Good day. This is Lenora Muti'ah Perot. I am reaching out to you on behalf of BABI-BIBS and Blankets International, the Jesup Wagon Foundation, and Darden Helps. We started on with the understanding and the awareness that as the living legacy of our ancestors, it is important that we change the narrative that has been plaguing us for years and years and centuries. So this video is about helping 22 individuals start up 22 businesses for the year 2022. We will break down this video in 3-minute segments so we're able to make TikTok videos out of them. And we will have a long video, which will be a complete video that will be put on YouTube. So as of now, it is the introduction. The first thing you'll need with business incorporation is a name for your business. First, you get a name. After you choose a name for your business, you're going to go on Google search and search the name. Many times, based on the state that you're in, another state may have the name, but you can still incorporate that name in your state. So example, if Philadelphia has Eating In as a name, and you want to do Eating in Tuskegee, Alabama, and it is free, then you're able to do that. So that's the number one thing, is choosing the name for your business. Once you have a name, the next thing you need to do is you need to figure out what type of business you want to do. And some may say that you need to choose the type of name of business you want to do before you can actually choose a name. But either one, each are very relevant before you even start the process of starting the business. So either one, sometimes you have a passion. Many times your hobbies become your business. Sometimes you have an idea, and that is what you would like to do. So first thing is the name and the type of business. That is the first part of building your business, is picking a name and picking the type. And so there's different types of businesses. First, picking the name. So we go into the different types of businesses. So the common known businesses we have are LLC, limited liability corporations. Those are the very common ones that we have. Then the second is for-profit. So for-profits are limited corporations. You have sole proprietorship. Then you have S corporations. And if you go on irs.gov, it gives you a detailed explanation of each one of those businesses. On the, wherever you're seeing this video, there will be a detailed links to each and every one of those things. That's one of the things that we are making sure that we are providing you. In this process, understand that we're not the ones to make anything happen. We're just here as information. I am submitting this information to you in order so that you can help build and grow. So that's the first thing. So you have for-profit and then you have nonprofit. Again, on the IRS website, you'll give you detailed information of what those things are, along with just you going ahead and doing some research yourself. So basically, for-profit is organizations, businesses that deals with you're in control of your money, you're able to see your money right away. Nonprofit organizations, you have a board, and that board is in charge of your money and how you move. And that's those I'm simplifying it to the total maximum. I am just giving you just the simplest definition. To get a deep understanding is you would go onto the irs.gov and it'll give you do business types of businesses, and it will give you a detailed explanation of each and every one of those businesses. So now that you've gotten your name and you understand what type of business you have, then you're going to start to apply. So you go to irs.gov to the EIN application. It will give you a link to how to apply for an EIN. The EIN is the number that registers you in whatever state that you're in the country. So that number is the number that is associated with your business, with your name, with your address. The things you will need for your EIN is a legal address, social security card, and the reason why you are applying for a EIN. In reference to the application, it will be a series of questions. Those series of questions, it's very vital that you answer each of those questions in the manner that in which it pertains to your business. So the first thing it will ask you is, what is the purpose of you opening up this business? And I always pick business banking purposes. And there's other purposes that it asks you for. It could be starting a new business. I always say banking purposes because you will always need to have those files for your banking in order to open an account for your business. That's the first thing it asks. What's the purpose of you opening that account? I believe that it may ask you what type of account that you're asking, what type of business you're going to be opening in before it asks you for what type of purpose of the business. So the first one would be what type of business. So now you've chosen, so for instance, you've chosen an LLC, limited liability corporation. You know that that's what you want. You already have the name. You have your social security card number with you, along with a legal address. So now you're about to check the box that states what is the purpose of you opening this account. You've already stated that you're going to open the account either for business purposes. I don't remember banking purposes. It's either say start of new business, banking purposes. Those are the only two I remember directly. I always pick banking purposes as the reason for opening the account. Once that is established, then it's going to go to your legal address. Then it's going to go from legal address, it goes down to a series of questions. I will try and make another video going through the whole process to show you, but I just wanted to make sure I posted. We've gotten 5 people with their businesses so far, and it just reminded me that I needed to give an update. And this is the updated video of sharing the process in which to go ahead and start your business. And I needed to make sure that I reached out and shared that with you guys because it's really necessary. I don't want to leave anyone out in that process. And in there, it also gives you a number, and I don't remember the phone number to call, but there'll be a number that you can call. You can text me at that number in order so that I can assist you in the process, which is very, very important. Now, number one thing that I need you to know is if you feel uncomfortable or it doesn't make sense at any point, I need you to stop and text me. You can always go back and start over. But once you start the process and you finish through, you may end up choosing something that may not be right for you. So whatever you do, if you don't feel confident, do not continue. So we are here at the stage where you have chosen a name, you've chosen the type of business, you have your social security number, you have your legal address. You're now in the process of filling out this application for your business formation, your business name, and your business ID. Now, the other thing is with your name of your business, I always use Nike as an example. Nike is just do it, is the tagline for Nike. So Nike is the name of the business and just do it is the tag name. So when you're thinking of your business, always try and think of a tagline for your business, because that tagline continues to go with your business wherever. So it becomes one thing. Anytime someone hears just do it, they think of Nike. That's an example that I can give that makes sense to me as I was going through and I didn't understand a couple of businesses I started off. I had a tagline after the business, and it's very difficult to go through IRS to try and change anything. You may as well just start something completely new. So as you're in the planning stages, make sure that you are clear on what it is you want to do. You have a concept, an idea. Sometimes it depends on what website and what state you're in. It will ask you, have you gotten for the Secretary of State? Have you applied for the Secretary of State in your state prior to you actually getting an EIN number? That was one of the questions they used to ask before. I don't know if they ask that anymore. I'm helping you get the EIN number and then go through the Secretary of State after the EIN number. That's the process in which I find is very useful and has been useful for me for the past 25 years. So once you get incorporated, it's very easy. It's an easier step to get incorporated for your state than to get incorporated for your state and then go to the IRS to get your EIN. So those are the steps. As you're going through, we have gotten our name. It's going to ask you a series of questions based on the name of your business and what type of business that you're going to have. Those are things that you need to have and have an understanding of prior. I would suggest everyone to make sure that they go through the application process at least one time before they actually apply. If they're uncertain, if you're very certain and you've watched some other videos and you're really sure that this is all what you need, then go ahead. After everything, they're gonna give you a page to confirm all the information. So even before you get your EIN, they ask you, is all the information that you've given, is that correct? I applaud you to please read that information. If the information isn't correct, you're going to have to start all over again. But again, it is way easier to start in the beginning and be right than to have to press OK and some of the information is incorrect, such as the spelling, the tagline, the name, anything wrong will determine the history of your organization. So I believe that is it. Okay, so next step, right after you've gone through the whole process and you've gotten your EIN number, it'll give you the number. So you write down the number, then it gives you the option to either have it mailed to you or get an online version of it. If you are at a computer, it would be to your benefit to go ahead and choose to have it online, do a save, print out the PDF, and when you print out the PDF, save it as a PDF. So when you print out the number, the actual letter that they're going to send you, you want to go to printing setting and save as a PDF. If you do save as a PDF, you're able to then save that on your computer. So you'll have that record of your letter for eternity, as long as you can in some way. But what you end up having is an immediate verification and confirmation of your formation letter of your business. Those are the steps. It's been 15 minutes of sharing with you how to go about creating your own business. Again, if you have any questions and you need any help, we're here to help you build and grow this time. We're sponsoring our time, our energy to be able to help 22 individuals in the community. This here will be able to help as many people as we can. We're taking on 22 individuals. We're doing the very first step, which is building the business formation. And that's the first step. Everything else is a series of funding. In the state of Alabama, you're going to need $225 in order to have it incorporated in the state of Alabama. At the moment, we don't have funding. The moment we get funding, we're going to make sure that we use that funding towards building individuals to help them level up in business. Thank you so much for this time and for this opportunity. It is really important that as the living legacy of my ancestors, my mother, Irene Lyra Perot, my grandmother and my relatives and my family, that I take the time out to share this vital information. It took me years upon years upon years of learning this information. Presently, I am going for my master's in business administration. And in the process, I've learned that many people do not have the understanding or knowledge of these very important skills. And it is my legacy that I want to leave behind, sharing this information with my global community. I pray and hope that this has been beneficial to you. In the process, if there's anything that I've missed or misleading in any way, it is not based on anything other than not knowing and not having the ability to be a little more professional and proficient. But in every way, it is in order to inform and empower you, because now more than ever, the time for us to unite and come together and level up is now. So thank you so much for the time, and I look forward to building and growing with you as we move forward in building our living legacy. Thank you.